The following is a paid program. Talk 103.7 WTIP and Cable Channel 7 welcome you into Financially Speaking with Jim Taunton. Find us live on radio, TV, the IPX Media app, and on YouTube. Just search Financially Speaking NC or get the link at WTIPFM.com. The opinions expressed in this show are for general informational purposes only and not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. To determine what investments may be appropriate for you, consult with your attorney, accountant, financial, or tax advisor prior to investing. Securities and investment advisory services are offered through Genois Wealth Management Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC. Now, here's your host for Financially Speaking, certified financial advisor, Jim Taunton.
Welcome to Financially Speaking. Jim Taunton here, your host for the next 30 minutes. So glad you joined us. And I hope you will be as well. And I hope you'll have the gumption to pick up the phone and call me during the program, something financially related. Any question, comment, will do. And that's what I enjoy most about this program, is answering questions that are near and dear to your heart. And if you call in, your name goes into the drawing for the Dinner Fortunata Vola. I'll even pay the tip. And we're getting close to drawing some names. I'd say, well, actually, next week I think I have a guest on, so it'll be the following week. So you better call in, get your name in the drawing. It's 561-TALK, 561-8255, 561-8255, area 252, 561-8255. I have some information I'll start giving you after we come back, unless we have a caller. Call during this break, about 2 minutes. Be put on hold for just a minute. We'll get you when we come back, and I want to talk to you. So call me.
Club invites you to become a member. Come tour our beautiful clubhouse, ballroom, and facilities. For a quality golf experience, sign up for our discounted special membership rates. Low monthly dues with no quarterly food minimum or assessments. Folks love to play golf at Ayton Golf and Country Club. Cool off at the pool all summer. Enjoy excellent food and beverages from the snack bar. Even store your own cart, unless you like to walk. Call 746-3389 for special limited membership rates at the Ayton Golf and Country Club.
My practice has been built on accessibility, responsiveness, and a willingness to be proactive for my clients. I'm not afraid to make recommendations relating to your investments and planning. I do hope all of your financial decisions are good ones, but let's not rely on hope. Let's roll up our sleeves and get to work.
Jim has attained 3 professional designations: Certified Financial Planner, Chartered Life Underwriter, and Chartered Financial Consultant, which entails 20 courses of study with examinations and a comprehensive national board exam, administered by the Certified Financial Planning Board. Jim has been practicing in financial services since 1979, which includes investing, planning, and insurance to help you meet your financial goals. Among the many awards Jim has received in his career is his selection to the Guide of the Top Financial Planners by the Consumer Research Council of America. So if you want to work with someone who is working for you, call Jim at 756-4700 or email him at planning@financiallyspeaking.com. That's 756-4700 and planning@financiallyspeaking.com.
Hello, welcome back to Financially Speaking. Jim Taunton here. Okay, I thought I had a message from the producer, but I do not. That's a shame. All right, so call me with your financially related question, please. And the number is 252-561-TALK, 561-8255. I'd love to talk to you and also put you into the drawing for the Dinner Fortunata Vola. Great place to eat. I eat there at least once a week, sometimes lunch and dinner menu, actually. So I'll start with the information and then interrupt the monologue at any point in time, please. I've ran across this. Actually, someone, friend of mine, posted it on Facebook, and they got it from someone who got it from someone who got it from someone. But it's been around a while, actually. and I don't know who the originator was, so I'm no way to give any credits to anybody. But it is just a brilliant illustration describing the various economic / governmental systems. It is the best way that I've ever seen to explain to someone who wants to know what the difference is between socialism, communism, fascism, Nazism, anarchism, and capitalism. And then you can determine from this illustration which one you think is better. Let's just start with it. Socialism. Socialism is you have 2 cows, you give 1 cow to your neighbor. Communism. You have 2 cows, you give both cows to the government, and they may give you some milk. You have 2 cows, you give all cells. This is cows. The government shoots you and takes both cows. Anarchism. You have 2 cows, you keep both cows, shoot the government agent, and steal another cow. Capitalism. You have 2 cows, you sell one, buy a bull. And of course, we know what would happen then when you have a bull and a cow. That is just brilliant. And you can't have capitalism, free market capitalism, without democracy. You can't have democracy without free market capitalism. It just won't work. You can have, and of course, we don't have a true democracy. We have a representative democracy. A representative democracy is a republic, and that's what we have. And that means that we actually elect people to represent us in the government. We don't do it ourselves. But we are the only true, as far as I know, we are the only true republic, free, capitalistic country in the world. That is why we are the greatest country in the world. And I say that with pride, and I say it because it's true. And you can call me whatever you like, but I believe it's true. All right. I wanted to read you something before I start giving out more information, but this is something I ran across last week. And I thought it was pretty powerful. Boosted by higher corporate profits and economic productivity. That's good. That's a good way to start any paragraph when you're writing something about markets. Boosted by higher corporate profits and economic productivity, resulting from increased use of artificial intelligence, U.S. stocks may enter a 2-year period of inflated returns unlikely to end before 2026. Market watchers at London-based Capital Economics said Wednesday. So this was market watchers at the London-based Capital Economics firm. So they're looking for 24 and 25 to be strong, essentially. And they go on to say, our analysis leads us to conclude that provided the economy skirts a recession, there is scope for a bubble to inflate in the S&P 500 this year, next year. Chief markets economist John Higgins wrote in a report titled Why We Expect the S&P 500 to Soar in 2024. And that rhymes. The S&P 500 will soar in 2024. I want to put that in a banner behind me. Having said that, you may have noticed I made a little bit of a change. I took down my Israeli flag, not because lack of support, I assure you, but I've had it up for months. Everyone knows I stand with Israel, but put a little wall hanging there so people tune in. They know exactly who they're listening to. All right, let's see. No callers yet, looks like. The researcher is counting on the U.S. not falling into a recession and corporate profits continuing to expand. We envisage the index becoming even more top-heavy in the process, but do think that most sectors will fare well, even if those that stand to benefit the most from the advent of AI keep leading the charge. And that's a little different than what I've been hearing. He says it may continue to be top heavy, which means the Magnificent Seven and all these other larger behemoth mega cap companies should continue to lead the way. But I'm hearing more that the market's going to broaden because even the smaller large cap companies, the mid caps and small caps, have underperformed the very top largest mega cap companies over the last 2 or 3 years. So most believe we're in for a broadening of the market. All right. Now I'm on webinars and conference calls and all kinds of things all the time, Zoom calls, trying to gather information for my clients and also for the program. All right, we have somebody just submitted a question on chat on YouTube. By the way, that's another way to get me a question. You can call in at 561-8255, or you can email me at any point in time during the week, and I'll answer your question when I come on, or you can submit it in the chat box at the bottom of the YouTube screen. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll see it. Just click on it and submit. And we did have one. Okay, he says, this is Keith. I believe that looking at how many jobs AI will replace, companies' earnings should keep rising, which is why we are losing jobs, losing FT jobs and adding PT. Wish I knew what those meant, and I'm sure it's quite simple, and I'm just not smart enough to figure it out. But he's right. There will be a change in jobs as a result of technology. We've got a lot of people that are in some jobs that are going to be eliminated, but what they'll do is retool for the new economy, and they'll have places that they can work. They're not going to be destitute, I can assure you. All right. Found an interesting article in a publication. Oh, yeah, full-time and part-time is what the FT and PT means. So we're losing full-time and adding part-time. Got you. The Think Advisor publication listed the 16 top advisor credentials. So basically, they're saying if you're in the market for a financial advisor, you should look for these 16 credentials. Obviously, there's probably not going to be anybody that has all 16, but it'd be nice if they had one of these, right? So let's just see what the credentials are that they're recommending here. Retirement Management Advisor, which is RMA. That's a good one to have on the back of a name. Let's see. We have a caller. Okay, that's Jim. All right, let's go to Jim. Jim called in. Jim, go right ahead with your question.
Well, I just wanted to know how much inflation was going to affect the upcoming election, since inflation has gone crazy. And the way I see it, between here and now next year, an egg is going to cost you $10.
Yeah. Well, you hit it right on the head there.
Answer that for me.
Yeah, the area, Jim, that by the way, you have a great name, Distinguished. The area that I've seen inflation is food, no question. Meals, eating out, grocery store, anything food related. But the overall core inflation actually has come down significantly,
In the last
and
6
it looks
months.
like, say again?
In the last 6 months.
Yes,
It's come down
and
in
it's
the
going to
last 6
continue.
months.
Yeah,
I know
it'll
it's going to
continue.
continue. It's a line. It's a line that starts scratching and itching, and when it roars, the whole country shakes.
Yeah. Well, yeah, if inflation continued at the level it was last year, it would certainly not be a great thing. But I think the continued decline in inflation is supply chain issues abating, money supply going down, among other things. But those are the two.
Yeah, money supply is controlled by the Treasury. President
Yes.
can't do a whole lot about
Well,
that.
not the Treasury, but the Fed.
He can only advise.
Yeah, it's not controlled by the Treasury, Jim. It's controlled by the Fed.
You're
And
right.
what they're
Yeah,
doing is selling off assets that they accumulated over the last.
One of those monsters that the federal government created. It should what you say to do anyway you want to. I don't see any way of stopping it. Even though everybody
Inflation?
tries to say it's okay, don't worry about it.
You don't see any way of stopping inflation?
No, not in the next year.
Okay.
I think it's going to stay around 0, 1%, 2%, 3%. But
well, that would be fine. We need 2% inflation, Jim. We need 2% inflation because inflation indicates a growing economy. If the economy is growing, then you're going to have inflation. But we don't need it at 5, 6, 7, 8%. 2% is fine. That's what.
If you were the Grand Master of the world, what would you have inflation at?
Well, 2% would be acceptable for sure, if not a little higher. I don't mind 2.5, but 2% is what the Fed's shooting for, and they'll probably get it. Thanks for calling, Jim.
You're not worried about inflation.
No, I'm not.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
I'm not. Yes, sir. All right, that was Jim. I hope Jim gave his phone number to the producer when he called in so he could go into the drawing. Appreciate Mr. Producer to let me know it had a call there. Yeah, I see you sent the number as well. So, and Jim was in Pitt County, so there you go. We're getting all the way out to Pitt County. That's where we are. All right, let's go back. Credentials that Think Advisor believes you should look for on the back of a financial advisor's name when you're searching for a financial advisor. That was number 16, and they're listed, I think, in the order of importance. So RMA would be the lowest one. So 15, Certified Private Wealth Advisor, CPWA. Number 14, Juris Doctor, which is a law degree. Interesting that would be 14, way down there. Don't need that really for giving financial advice too much. Certified Investment Management Analyst, CIMA. Certified Public Accountant, CPA. I don't have that on my name, but I certainly have a CPA that does my taxes. Number 11, Chartered Life Underwriter. Ding, 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 ding. Jim has the COU. You can look on this little wall hanging back here. You can see my 3 professional designations under my name there. COU is one of them, Chartered Life Underwriter. It took 10 examinations, 10 courses of study with an exam behind each one to get that designation. Chartered Financial Analyst, CFA. Now, the CFA, I will say, is more for those people that are really digging into the data, the stats, designing portfolios, managing money at the probably the fund level, the strategist level. I have a couple of CFAs with the broker-dealer I deal with that helps to manage money. Number 9, Accredited Investment Fiduciary, AIF. No idea what that is. Number 8, Chartered Financial Consultant, CHFC. Ding, ding, ding. under my name there, look at that, CHFC. I have that designation as well. So that's 2 of them. FINRA Principal License. Ding, ding. I have that. That required the Series 24 exam with the SEC, which was a bear, one of the hardest ones I've taken. So that's another one. So that's 3 out of the 16 so far. Masters of Business Administration. I do not have a master's, an MBA. Both 2 of my 3 sons do. The other son has an economics degree. And number 5, FINRA Series 6. I have that one as well. I also have the Series 7, which is going to be mentioned a little bit later. So what would that be? 4 or 5. Certified Financial Planner, CFP. Look at under my name there. You'll see I have that one. That was a 6-course, 6 tests, plus a 2-day board exam, professional designation. And that's the one that more people recognize, and more other financial professionals or professionals in general, like accountants or attorneys, recognize as well. Insurance license, of course, I have that. FINRA Series 7, I have that. And then the FINRA Series 65, 66, which is the one that you take for becoming a registered investment advisor. I have that. I lost count, 7 or 8 of the 16 Jim Taunton has. Now, it sounds like I'm bragging, and I am in a way, because nobody's going to toot your own horn except yourself, usually, in a lot of situations. But I'm just, number 1, I'm proud of it. Number 2, I want you to know, and my clients to know, that Jim has an education in what I'm doing. I have a very deep education. I tell clients that the designations that I have are equivalent to a doctorate in what I do. I can't put doctor on my name, but it is it's a lot of education. So there you go. So if you're hunting for an advisor, I think Advisor has it right. Look for advisors that have these kinds of designations. They're showing you that they have put in an effort to become more educated into what they're doing in their profession to be able to serve you better. All right, let me just check one more time here. Nope, nothing. Remember the number's 561-TALK, 561-8255 if you want to call and ask me a question. All right. I've got a lot of information here. Don't know what to give you. Okay, I was on a webinar this week, actually, and a large firm, let's see, who is it? Global X Money Managers. And they were talking about emerging markets in general, but more specifically, they were talking about India and Brazil.